Hey guys, we're back with Detective Butler, Maiden, Voyage murder. When we last left off, wait, was the last one the interrogation one? Yeah, I think so. We're going to the boiler room with Cicella. The engine room, sorry. And I rewatched the scene where Gilligan wakes up. I noticed two important things. One, he never looks towards the bed. I didn't realize that until the end, so if I'm misremembering that, I'm a total idiot. And two, it said, I open the balcony door and step outside. Never mentions him unlocking it. Meaning that balcony door was the person who escaped through, means X. Maybe they tied a rope to the top of the ship, went down, and then climbed back up, but that's a bit far-fetched. They could have entered. Well, we know that balcony was unlocked now. We know that for certain. Well, unless they just phrased it wrong, but they tried to brush us off, huh? Wait, okay. Stuffed animal on a bed which resembles an alpaca in good condition. Jewelry. Cell phone charger plugged in the wall. Balcony door found unlocked. So, it said it wasn't possible, but is it possible? Hold on. Okay, I was doing something. So, oh, my bad. I left my air conditioner on high. I used to turn it off completely, but it got really hot, and so I just put it on low, and I don't think it's audible. Like I checked when I was doing sound tests earlier today, so I think the balcony's involved. I don't know how, but it is. Wait, what's vodka bottle? Cicella was delighted to hand it over, although I'm under. Why is this evidence? What happened to the vodka bottle? There's glass at the crime scene, so that has to be the murder weapon, right? Cicella was delighted to hand it over. Like, every time I see something, I can't help but think Cicella's the culprit. That's just how it is. Why is the vodka bottle important? What happened? Was it Butler and I were at the bar and we ordered vodka or something, and he just drank it straight? I need to rewatch that scene. Oh god, we're never gonna get started, are we? Man, we gotta go. Cicella and I entered the engine room. Her flashlight shines the only source of light, even that it isn't very powerful. The inside of the room, the ship looks far more intimidating than it seemed earlier. And I'm kind of starting to doubt Gilligan, although they're making a second game with him in it, right? So it can't be him. But I'm sure that's the darkness playing tricks on me. Cicella appears to pay it no mind, courageously leading the way. Maybe it's that occult hobby giving her strength. But then again, she was frightened so easily when we first met. This way. Please be careful. It'd be bad if something happened to you, too. Seem rather confident. It's really unlike you. What's that supposed to mean? Try to be confident when I can. My observation shouldn't have been a surprise to her, given what's happened these past 2 days between us. Guess it's in her airhead nature not to realize it, though. So, the fact that there's these three things make me suspect one of them. Like, it's Chekhov's gun, right? They wouldn't put this here if it didn't matter. Although, I guess the same applies to the vodka bottle. Why would you want to give it away? Wait. Give Blythe vodka. Right. Cashier Cicella. Is that the big clue that this is? It's not, what's in the room, but rather the receipt for ordering vodka. Why would you want to give the bottle away? It can't be a murder weapon if it's not smashed, right? Like, it would break upon hitting a human head, right? My observation should have been a surprise to her, given what's happened in the past 2 days between us. It's his inner, airheaded nature not to realize it, though. Why would someone want to get rid of a vodka bottle? Nah, it's fine. Just making conversation so that this place isn't too scary. Keep remembering an Ace Attorney. It's Apollo Justice Case 1. He hid the card inside the bottle, right? Wait. Was the bottle the murder weapon? A bottle would break, right? I wonder. Gillian, are you afraid of the dark? Yeah. You never know what might be hiding in the darkness. It can be a little scary for me, too. Stella grabs my arm and drags me along with her. I was wondering. How can you be so scared so easily if you're into paranormal stuff? Want to get used to it or something? No. You're thinking backwards. It's scary because I know it's real. You can act all confident because to you it doesn't exist. Oh god, where will we not go? Paranormal exists with the apostrophe, the floating commas. I see. Like when you play with Santa Claus, you're afraid you'll end up on the naughty list and get coal for Christmas. Once you realize he's not real, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Santa's not real? What are we gonna do this year? Maybe that's the wrong metaphor to use. The two of us continue walking, eventually reaching a fork in the path. Hey Gilligan, we're almost there. Down this hall. Good. That Butler's waiting for us. Much do you know about him anyway? The two get along really well. We just met yesterday, actually. Bringing up an interesting point. It is kind of odd to entrust solving my father's death to a total random stranger. Actually, they're not actually planning a second game, and Butler's the killer. I had to comment on that. So I got really lucky that a detective was even here in the first place. There should be plenty of time to get to know him once the ship docks. Dylan, it's important to find the culprit before they can escape, or kill anyone else. Because, I mean, he is actually suspicious too, but, you know, knocks his 10 commandments, he's not the killer. I have trust in the authors that they won't do that. Bradley said that he was from the Lighthouse Chronicles. I haven't been here in California in so many years, but even that name rings a bell. The catchphrase is shining truth's light into darkness. Rather noble statement. It's a highly respected newspaper that even people like me across the country are aware of. The fact that Butler had been ascended toward the ship for an article, alongside this insane murder mystery, probably means I'll be getting some publicity quite soon. Yeah, it's pointless to doubt it. CEO murdered on ship's Maiden Voyage is quite the headline. But I only thought of his death on a more personal level. I can't ignore what it will mean after this cruise is over. It will inevitably cause an uproar among the company's associates. Who knows what they'll be demanding. First, the honor of dealing with those people will soon belong to me. Such is the life of the wealthy. Arguing amongst themselves first world problems that are trivial compared to the rest of society. It's one reason I refuse to take my father's place as the CEO. I hate how petty the wealthy can get sometimes. That's what they say. Money corrupts people. Great. This makes me think that it's one of the main three. Like, one of the associates. Couldn't imagine that kind of life. Must be nice being rich. Not sure about that. Money isn't everything. It's better than having nothing with me. Oh, well now I feel bad. I guess that's true. But life isn't perfect. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just good enough. Now that's something I couldn't imagine. Living's just good enough sounds like living on hard mode. Isn't easy, but this job pays well enough, and if it works, it works. Curious why you decided to work here in the first place. They're focusing so much on Cicella. I can't see her as a not fake red herring. The ghosts. Did some research on the internet. Lots of interesting stuff happens down here, with people getting killed. Well, that was probably the best thing to say. No, I get it. Ghost stories are interesting. So that's why you came here. Great. But I hadn't found anything on this Cobalt couple story. So when Jack told us about it this morning, I wanted Butler to get some more details on it. It's kinda selfish, yeah. Couldn't find anything about it on the internet? Cobalt. Oh. Huh. Late 20s ghosts. Pair of lovers who were tragic. Were they lovers? It said they assumed they were, but who were tragically killed from an elevator malfunction in 1962. They're no more than a tourist attraction today. Their ghosts supposedly haunt that engine room and elevator shaft. Many workers are also subjected to unfortunate deaths. Most people would attribute my father's death to their hauntings, but I won't. Stella researched the ship's history via the internet. Although the ship was notorious for many ghost stories, nothing was found on the Cobalt couple. What does that mean? Oh, what time is it? Over 10? Yeah, 10:21. So it wasn't on the internet. Which means... Did Jack just make the whole thing up for publicity? Most notable was the legend of the Cobalt couple. Does anyone else mention it? Right, Blythe knew about it, right? Alyssa? Did Alyssa know about it? She was quick to accuse me of being the murderer. Yeah, because she's the killer. She went back to her room. She's the one who told them about the ghost story, right? Who mentioned it? Well, I mean, obviously the ghost story, like they know the ghost story happening, but if someone mentioned the Cobalt couple beforehand, I'm thinking they don't actually exist. Those are fake. Well, but then there's also the SOS, which I assume is them. She suggested Butler write about the ship's ghost story. Wait, so... Go back to this. Okay, it's notorious for many ghost stories. Ghost story! I feel like this is a vital piece of information that we're just missing. Is that the elevator? Yes? Yeah, elevator and stairs. So, what could bring Alvaro to the basement? I don't know. Wait, wait. Journal? Cobalt couple. Because I'm assuming he wasn't killed in the elevator. But, so, boiler room, engine room, and you need the keys, right? That's Cecily's key ring. Personal, engine room. Yeah, great. So you can't get to this elevator without either going by elevator or with the keys. Couldn't find anything about it on the internet? I'm surprised. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. Anyway, here's the backup generator. Let me take a look. Stella shines the flashlight near a bunch of valves and switches. Wouldn't be able to operate this thing even if it had a start button. I wouldn't be. Gotta be kidding me. It really has a start button. The main generator looks busted. It's also set to a dangerously high level, so no wonder. I think we have this backup. Yeah. Guess we should press start? Go for it, Gilligan. Playing video games is preparing me for anything. This would be it. Taking my finger, jam it on into the button. And it doesn't start because he's... Oh, it starts. Oh, there we go. And last light fills through. Yeah, it all looks familiar now that I can clearly see it. Even the sounds, engine noises, get scared every time. You know when it's something as mundane as a car? Like a frightened child the moment I hear the engines turn on. Paranoid that it might happen again. Okay, Battler. 10 years ago, my mother... Yeah, that was Job. What? How was she killed? Tell me. Flashback. Already explained that my father grew up poor. His family had absolutely no wealth. And it was probably because of this that he decided to create his company. However, there was a time before he owned GGE. My company was only created 10 years ago, shortly after my mother's death. Contrary to my father, my mother came from a wealthy family. Frankly, had everything in life handed to her. So in some ways, she reminds me of the person I've become. I met in university. While he worked incredibly hard for several years after high school to be accepted, practically a free ride for her. We both majored in business, the two saw each other quite often. While he became the hard-working type, the kind of guy who'd spend more time knee-deep in paperwork than anything else. She was the opposite, rather spend her time absorbed in housekeeping activities. During that time, they dated quite a bit, and they eloped together after graduating. Okay? It wasn't as if their lives were easy. She was disowned after she eloped, so it was up to the two of them to support themselves. Is she related to the Cobalt couple in any way? Now that I think about it, my father once mentioned that Howard helped them out during this time. Offered them a place to stay, which I'm sure they're quite thankful for. Let us help back then, they would have been hopeless. Eventually, they managed to secure enough money to settle down and raise a child. The child was me. We were what anyone would call a normal family. At least, for the first 10 years of my life. After that, however, things started going quite downhill. Fortunately, the picture of a happy family was merely an illusion. On the outside, everything seemed just fine. Secretly, everything was falling apart. They'd been falling apart for a long time. Not sure if it was because I grew older and wiser, but it became more obvious to me that they reached their breaking point. Today would be filled with arguments. Every day I'd return to an unstable home. Though I tried to forget about it, such a thing wasn't an option. I knew she tried to shield me from the truth. She probably tried to shield her... How is this relevant? I'm trying to think. This is gonna be relevant to something. Occupation ghosts! They wouldn't just give them a sprite for no reason, right? And it said the woman was unidentified, right? So, they could not be her, but... When does this take place? Probably like at least past 2000, so it can't be these two. Could it be the guy? That'll make it John. But they identified the guy, I think. Horrible truth that he was Galvano was an abusive husband the whole time. Knowing his past, I can see how he became violent. Becoming popular in high school for beating up the bad guys, became a person who thought he could do no wrong. His physical strength eventually got to his head. She didn't agree with him, he lashed out at her. But oddly enough, he never lashed out at me. The story pain must have been unimaginable at the time. One day, I decided to ask her the truth. I was tired of holding on to the illusion of happiness. It's like Butler said, between truth and happiness, you can't have both. She hesitated. Then she broke down crying. Gonna call it there. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna finish this game. So, I'm back. It's been, what, nearly a month now? Let's see. Hold on, let me turn the volume down on my end. Yep, it's the 25th for me, so June 6th. It's been 3 weeks. And, yeah. I just kind of stopped playing. Why? Because I guess I didn't even have the time to record, and when I did, I chose to recite instead. And then, you know, I was on the flashback scene, and, you know, it just felt, you know, like a flashback scene. She hesitated. Then she broke down crying. Sure is too much to tell a 10-year-old child. But what's the context here? Alright, so he was A&G and Umineko. What was she supposed to do? Lie and say everything was okay? This is in the middle of an episode, by the way. Don't worry, I know that. On that day, my mother decided to move on. She knew that she could no longer hide the truth from me. So instead of lying, she accepted it, did the next best thing. Plan was to escape her abusive environment, taking me with her to her parents' house. For the longest time they had disowned her, told her Galvano wasn't trustworthy and she refused to listen. Deep inside she knew she was young. She swallowed her pride and was willing to go back to her parents. Even with that said, the story doesn't have a happy ending. The two of us were in the car and they rode to her parents' house. We lived a few hours away, so it was a long drive. Suddenly, while on the road, we heard some unusual noises in the car's engine. Mother instantly panicked and the car began to spin out of control. It crashed. The car crashed, and although I managed to survive, I was on the cusp of my mother's life. At the last minute, she protected me. Soon after, the authorities came, as well as my father. She took him back home and continued to live with my father for the next 8 years. As I said, he never hurt me. In fact, after my mother's death, I noticed a change in his attitude. His dominant personality would often go silent. For the first time in my life, I'd seen my father break down into an emotional state on everything I had seen. I'm sure the guilt from that incident was mentally tearing him apart ever since. At first, it probably didn't help. But how else was I supposed to feel? After my mother's death, we packed our things and moved to New York. He said it was for his job, although I later learned he started up his own company using the money gained through my mother's death. That's why I hated it so much. Kinda reminds me of Rudolph with Illuminati, although I guess with Rudolph it was less extreme. And I think with Rudolph, he was presented more one-sidedly. Like with the Galvano, the way he was portrayed, you're supposed to, like, I'd say, you're supposed to feel both negatively and positively, although a bit more positively than negatively. At least that's how I feel about it. Like, how he's being portrayed, that is. And with Rudolph was basically always portrayed negatively. Like, what? When was he portrayed positively? Like, episode 3 when he shot the, it was, which steak was it? I know Kyrie got envy and he got Sloth? It might have been Sloth. That's Belphegor. Belphegor, best girl. I don't know why, but she was always my favorite, even though, she had, like, no speaking roles. Suddenly, a noise rings out of Cecily's pocket. After recovering her from a startled jump, she takes out a walkie-talkie. Right, so the mystery. So, I haven't really been thinking on this, but I've decided I'm not going to suspect Cecily anymore, because I can't see how it's not her. Therefore, I'm not going to suspect her. Because if it is her, unless there's some crazy method that she used that, isn't, that I haven't thought of, then I'm going to be disappointed, basically. And I don't want to be disappointed. I want to come out liking this. So I'm going to believe that it wasn't her. That said, that means there's 5 suspects left. Unless we count, Butler, Gilligan. But, Detective can't be in. Nobody's thoughts. We're assuming Knox's 10 Commandments are in play here. Something I thought of. What if there's more than one culprit? Well, rather an accomplice. Because, was it Alyssa who wasn't there when Butler was pushed down? But Blythe was, and they could have worked together, all 3 of them even. And same with Jack and Donald. Those make the most sense anyway. For example, could have been like Donald and Howard possibly, but those are the only 2 pairs. Well, I guess you get what I mean. And the Cobalt couple, I don't know how they play into this. They're gonna play into it somehow. For example, Donald was there, maybe he knew them. And the theory I had most of, the Cobalt couple is Cecilia's parents, although I think something happened that made that not possible. And the woman said they never found out who it was. They just assumed. I kind of had a suspicion that it was related to Gilligan's mom, but no, it wasn't. Anyway, let's keep going. I think we already said that. Hello? Hey Butler. Okay. Transmit me the device. Good work, Gilligan. I think what's going to happen here, the culprit's going to do something, meaning the only person it can't be Cecilia. And here's what I want you to do. Listen carefully, okay? Great. What is it? I just remember there's something I wanted to check down there. That one room we found earlier. Do me a favor and take a look around. Think there's something inside? Can't be sure. Is it the boiler room? However, we're at a loss for clues at the moment. And I don't want to go all the way down there to look at them myself. Also, on your way back up, I want you to bring Eliza, Howard, and Blank with you to the captain's room. Less running around for me, Got it. See you later. Okay. It's supposed to say, over. I love that sprite. Like he's so angry about it. Over and out. The line goes silent. Looks like he hung up. So, what did he say? Did you not hear? We have to go to in the boiler room. There's something he wants me to check. You mean that creepy door, right? I want to see it too. Yeah. Butler had this suspicion about it earlier during the ghost tour. But then he was knocked out before he could do anything. Knocked out? The lights flickered on and off. Nosferatu. That's a SpongeBob reference. I hope I said that right. Nosferatu, he's like old vampire from some black and white movie, right? Might have been a novel adaptation? Not for sure. Then I heard a crashing noise. When the lights came back on, he was lying on the floor, bleeding. On the lights again? Doesn't that just scream ghosts to do? I suppose ghosts are known to mess around with lights and electricity. You're going to blame them for the power outage, are you? Of course I am. Ha ha ha! Well, here we are again. And Kinzo says, did I already make that joke? It's been 3 weeks. So I think I made that joke though. This room is still as creepy as it was earlier today. Let's not waste any more time than we have to, please. Was that the only time they ever even went in the boiler room? Or maybe one of episodes 3, the episode 3, closed room chain. Maybe, but step onto the wooden platform where footsteps echoing in the darkness. I have a pretty good memory, so if I'm not mistaken, the door should be this way. This is it, right? It looks old, so it might not be too difficult to just break open. I'm not very strong, so breaking down this door might not even work. I have to try it. Wait. Journal. Cecily's key, right? Boiler room key. Then I hear the sound of the door opening and Cecilia turns to face me. So I remember the key got passed between 3 people, right? Jack, then Cecilia, then Donald. What's most suspicious is how it got between Cecilia and Donald. Like, that's obvious. Like, Donald could have taken it from her. Someone else could have taken it from her and then dropped it. Donald picked it up. What was the time frame with it? He witnessed her accidentally drop it there. So Donald's suspicious because of that. I hear the sound of the door opening and Cecilia turns to face me. Ah, you got it. Good work, Gilligan. Thanks. Right now, I'm a little more scared than usual. I mean, I'm always afraid of the dark. We're going into the darkest room in the ship. But more importantly, I'm afraid of whatever might be lurking inside. Cecilia's right. Even if I say I'm skeptical, at my core, I'm as scared as if I'm not. The kind of person who hopes for the best but plans for the worst, you see. Regardless of any superstition, it may be possible that the true culprit is hiding down here. We haven't established that the culprit couldn't be a random stranger. In fact, I'd probably like that to be true. The culprit was among the people I've gotten to know during these past 2 days. No, I don't even want to think about it. Upon opening the door, I can see a small room no bigger than my own. However, the inside of that room is much worse. In the corner of the small room is a set of old, torn-up furniture. What song is this? Alright, I get not a copyright strike, like content ID match, I think. Basically, the video monetizes itself and the ads go to whoever owns the music. For, music in this game. It's an old, torn-up furniture. It's in horrible condition. Spider webs and dust not only cover the furniture, but line the floor and walls just as much. At a glance, this place looks like an old storage area. The main question on my mind is exactly why these things are stored here. There's even a queen-size mattress lying on the concrete floor. So grimy, definitely unsuitable for anyone to be sleeping in. Oh, this place sure is creepy. Oh, I love it! Cecilia approaches an old wooden desk, shining her flashlight around in circles. She then goes through each of the drawers, hoping to find something. What's this? Gillian, take a look. She pulls out a photograph from one of the drawers. It shows 2 people holding each other. Turning it over, I can see something written on the back in fatal red pen. Bloom Cobalt shall pay. Okay, so it was a murder. Well, What's the picture of these two doing here? Find anything else? There's also this. Cicilla picks up a stack of papers, shuffling through them. Let me see. Grab some of the yellow faded papers, searching for any clues. As Butler said, we don't really have any leads. Should use this opportunity to bring something of value back. Wait, what's this? GG Inc.'s logo is on one of these papers. Aligned by what I've seen, I flipped through the papers as to read them in order. This document is both my will and my confession. If you're reading this, then I'm already dead. Thus, I have no more reason to hide the truth from anyone. My name is Jonathan Equinox, formerly a cruise ship captain. And my glory days are long over. From beyond the grave, I am planning to reveal my darkest secrets! For if they torture me in life, they will do worse to me in death. I will say it bluntly, I killed Boone Colbolt. I killed Helen as well. But it was not without reason, or was it with intention. Well, I'm going to explain what happened almost half a century ago. Most of my I was jealous at the time. It's my primary motivator, although one could easily argue I was lustful as well. When my wife Helen was an adulteress, I caught her in the act a considerable number of times without her knowing. That night so long ago, I decided to confront her. Being the captain, I had keys to all the rooms at my disposal, so I used them to enter one of the guest rooms. Jonathan is Jack's dad or grandfather? I assume grandfather. We gathered evidence to suggest that she was cheating on me with a wealthy individual by the name of Boone Colbolt. Boone! It was this room in which I confronted the woman. Every time I hear the name Boone, I think of Boone. I think that's his last name, though, from New Vegas. She was ever so surprised to see that I had found her out. Boone was just as surprised. In an emotional outburst, he proclaimed that his love with her was stronger. And then he challenged him to a duel. So no move for games, however. Promptly aimed my revolver at the man's head. Signed, Lee Everett. That's Walking Dead, the game reference. Fortunately, the one to take the 3 bullets I fired was Helen. She pushed him out of the way at least the last moment, so I unintentionally became her killer. Well, Maiden was in such a state of shock that I was easily able to shoot him down anyway. But at that point, it was no longer in the name of love, lust, pride, or even jealousy. Instead, simple regret. Then dumped their bodies into the ocean, hoping no one would ever find them again. Wanted to forget what had happened, or wanted the world to forget it too. For so long it has haunted my mind that I cannot help but tell the truth right now. I dumped them in the ocean? No, they crashed and tragically killed from an elevator malfunction. To the public eye, I inexplicably shut everything down. That was how I wanted everyone to see it. Nothing more. Now I wish to pass down that ship. For I am on the verge of death, and I cannot entrust a pure chance to the successor. Instead, I shall name them here and now. The Ackerley estate. Wait, so Jack doesn't own the ship? They've been by my side for so long. I cannot help but feel my involvement in the act of murder to be incredibly disgraceful. I should apologize and ask them to forgive. Wait, Ackerley? Donald. Thought so. Wait. I just. Wait, so the last name was Cobalt, but okay, I was thinking that they were related, but no. It implies that they were involved somehow in the act of murder. Well, I guess the actor of the family, most likely meaning Donald. Well, or maybe his parents. Huh. For similar purposes, I do not wish for my family to know of my evil deeds. They already hate me as it stands. I will not want them to inherit my shame and guilt, which I have had so long. That is all I ask. The rest of the funds may be given to my immediate family. The dark secret shall stay away from them forever. So the ship will not be passed on to them. Jonathan L. Equinox. So that's right. So what does that mean? So Jack had all the, men in black. The suits. Yeah, he has an unlimited bodyguard force. The last few pages are all legal documents concerning GG Inc. The very bottom of the last page is unmistakably my father's signature. Just below the signature is a sign note, also written in my father's handwriting. It states that, after a brief meeting with the deceased relatives, all assets of the deceased will, in fact, go to the immediate family. In other words, it was a signed agreement that violated the old captain's will. Is this really my father's doing? Wait, hold on. Oh. So, he gave the ship and everything to Jack. Suppose at this point I shouldn't have put it past him. Right, Galvano knew Jack. This is... Did I find something useful? I think so. We'll have to show this to Butler. There's definitely a connection. I just don't know what. It's for Butler to figure out. Right. So... Okay, that's the end of the chapter. Like I was thinking, the two most suspicious... And the next time will probably be the last one. But as I was thinking, Donald and Jack are the most suspicious here. I don't know which one to suspect though. So he had killed them both in their VIP cabin. So what about the elevator? How does that tie into things? Donald acted. Should have inherited the ship, right? Old photograph. Green cobalt shell hay. Doesn't that seem kind of weird? Why would the captain be sleeping in the boiler room? So, Jack could have killed Galvano to silence him. Donald could have killed it, like, revenge for not giving him the ship. But I still feel that these three haven't had a role at all. You know what I mean? Like, that they're... Like, what's the opposite of a red herring? Just not suspicious at all. And I feel like that in itself is suspicious. Specifically Eliza, because she wasn't, you know, at the... Anyway, see you guys next time with that. Oh, it'll probably be the last episode of Detective Butler. I'll think on it. Not gonna record the last one today, probably tomorrow or the day after, but I'll think on it. See you guys then. Bye.